That must have been hard to continue to work then, like the normal grind with all the production and the rest of it, whilst preparing for this competition. Was it difficult? I mean, obviously it was difficult, but what was it like, and how did you get through that? Like, did your support system, your people out at work were helpful, I would imagine.
Yeah.
What was that kind of like, especially the last like 2 months or so when it really got to crunch time? You were like, eating not a whole lot and doing tons of cardio and starving yourself, basically.
Yeah, so pretty much my job, unless we're filming, is a desk job. We sit there and we edit. And so it's really easy to bored eat.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest supporter through the whole thing was my mom. And I'd be busy, so she would prepare food for me in Tupperware containers, just ground beef, ground turkey, and rice with no extra olive oil on it, just stuff I could easily dump onto the scale myself. So
Hmm.
big, biggest angel, biggest supporter in my life always. But aside from that, that May when I started cutting, I had actually just turned 21. So
Oh no.
I spent the first half of my year on my 21st birthday, and I didn't touch a drop of alcohol.
Oh,
So
dang.
yeah, and the guys, because like I said, they're my best friends in the entire world, they were super supportive of it, but there were definitely some things that I just couldn't do with them. Like they went on a trip to Nashville
Hmm.
to see Tristan's brother, who is a super talented musician and he plays at bars, but I couldn't go, not just because I couldn't drink, but because I would have no way to bring food there that I could weigh. Um,
Yeah.
and then we went on a trip to some waterfalls in Brevard, North Carolina, which is a super beautiful place to see Tristan's grandma. And she catered barbecue from like a local place, and I sat there and ate a cup of rice and ground turkey that I had bought from the grocery store, and that was my food for the day. So
No.
it's definitely a grind from like a
Mm.
hunger and all that perspective, but if you're going to compete, it's definitely a lifestyle change too, because there's a lot of stuff that you just can't do.
Yeah. I think it's a lifestyle change in general, a lot, especially coming out of college. You eat crap. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to compete at all, but I posted a picture probably 4 or 6 months ago. I think you saw it on Instagram. That was 3 years of change, and I'd lost like 15 or 20 pounds. And the only
Yeah,
thing that
you look
I
good.
changed really was like I just eat better, honestly.
Hmm.
Not as I don't starve myself, but it's the diet change. I think is the biggest thing for a lot of people that are trying to kind of cut, even if
Yeah, I think
like.
if you're just trying to change your body, whether you're bulking or you're cutting, I think the misconception is that like working out will get you there.
Mhm.
But from my experience, working out is only 30% of the battle,
Yeah,
and the kitchen is the rest.
definitely. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like when I've been injured from soccer, haven't been able to play, as long as I'm eating right, like obviously I'll gain a pound or two, lose some cardio because I can't run, but generally speaking, like as long as I'm eating right and not stuffing my face with cake and junk food and drinking all the time, generally I come out the other side okay. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you'd have probably similar experience when, like, if you were ever injured, or the kitchen, like you said, is most of it for you. So, how was the last like couple of months mentally for you? Right, this seems for everyone, anyone listening, obviously, it's a absurd amount of self sacrifice and discipline. So,
Yeah.
how did your mindset change from before you made the decision to compete to afterward, like to during the preparations and then now afterwards? Have you noticed any changes in your mindset, just how you approach day to day life as well?
Yeah, so I think when I first wanted to compete, I saw my favorite Instagram fitfluencers and all of that with their shirts off on stage, and I was like, that's cool. I want to do that, but I didn't really know the commitment it was going to take. And I think I had a 11-week cut period, and I got to about like week number 5 when I like really started to see change in my body from week number 1. And that's when I was like, oh shit, this is like really, really hard. Um, and that's when it kind of became less of bodybuilding for me and more like more life and life lessons. because I think I realized during that show that humans are a lot stronger than we think we are, and that if you can control your mind and a natural human instinct like hunger, then you
Hmm.
can really control any aspect of your life. And so that's kind of the mindset that I took into my entire show. I just said, I don't really care what place I get, as long as I don't cheat my diet and I genuinely give it 100% and don't skip a workout. Um, at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy with what I did. And I didn't win, I got second, but I'm happy with what I did and I don't regret a single thing.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big change. So have you noticed that come through now? Like when you're going through day-to-day stuff or whatever, you use the lessons that you learned during the preparation for the show.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely when you're in a hardcore kind of thing like a bodybuilding show, your ego is definitely a little boosted and you think you're a little better than everyone else because you're like, hey, I'm doing this really hard thing that you guys can't do. But so right now I'm definitely a little lazier than I was back in the day.
Mhm.
But there are times when I've come to obstacles and I just kind of think back to when I did something that hard in my life and it changes my perspective on it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think what a bodybuilding show really does to you is that it teaches you that change doesn't come overnight. It's a lot of times a 10-week grind. And that's something that I've carried into my life where if I want something to change or if I want to pursue something, it's going to take time. And that's what a lot of people who followed my journey during and after the show told me that they saw how much work it took day in and day out to get your body to look like that.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. It was a lot. Two times a
Yeah.
day, meal plan, Instagram story, back at the gym, weighing his rice,
Yeah.
weighing his
Yeah.
ground beef.
Yeah, I counted the days on social media just kind of as a joke at first, but then it became an accountability thing
Hmm.
because I didn't want to lie to myself, but more towards the end, there were so many people that supported me and that just followed along for no reason. But
Yeah,
I just felt like I couldn't let any of them down either.
yeah. Did that help getting the support from social media? No, I know probably me and like the Sammy and Izzy and some other people probably were reaching out to you all the time, being like, "Keep going, man."
Yeah, I had the most insane support system through that whole thing for something that people could have easily said was a self-inflicted, like kind of crappy lifestyle of
Yeah.
starving and all of that. But no,
Hmm.
all my friends were so supportive. I had a rotation of people that I would FaceTime while I was on the Stairmaster. And yeah, it definitely helped because it wasn't just something to distract myself or something to motivate me to work harder, but I could tell that I was inspiring people because I'd have people start posting on their Snapchat stories like day one at the gym at D
Hmm.
band.
Yeah,
And I was like, wow, I'm like, my working out is actually inspiring people to get in better shape, which is amazing.
that's awesome. I think this